Hello, everybody. It's me. I want to talk about the what if and the what if regarding when someone chooses to break free from you, even though that's not your desire. What if at that time they said, I don't want you to contact me. I don't want you in my life. I'm done. What if you just said, okay, and let them go? I know how hard it is because I think for me personally, sometimes when I'm struggling in my life and I'm going through a lot of challenges, it's easier for me to hang on to other people and focus outwardly because that is much less scary than facing my whatever skeletons are in my closet. We are all imperfect people. Each one of us needs a little bit of fine tuning. Some of us need more. I think when it came to any breakups, when I released my grip on the other person, I was finally able to let go and exhale. I was finally able to start focusing on myself, my health, well being, whether it was physical, mental, spiritual, etc., emotional. I know it's hard, especially when it comes to our children, because we assume if we gave birth to them, we're always going to have a connection to them in this world in the physical sense, through visits, voicemails, text messages. If you're not in the same state, Zoom, and you'll always be a part of their life. But the truth is they may choose to disconnect for whatever odd reason, and you may never get an answer as to the why they have chosen to go and either break up, ghost you, create a new life, start a new family in which you are not invited to partake in. And so, what happened if you just released? You said, okay, you decided to start looking at yourself, looking in the mirror, saying, oh, there's things I'd like to do in my life. And I didn't think I'd do them without my children, but here I am. And that's just the way it is. So what happened when Dorothy landed? She was given the ruby slippers and said, you can go to the Emerald City and see the great Wizard of Oz, and he will grant your wish. And so, of course, we know the Tin Man, what they all needed. The lion needed courage, the Tin Man needed a heart, and I kind of forget the story off the cuff, but why don't you take time, stand in front of that wizard, and tell him to fulfill something that's been missing in your life for a long, long time, that you put to the side after you had children and you sacrificed in order to have a family and put your all into those little beings you brought forth into this world. So I'm just saying, strap on those ruby slippers. And a fun fact, when I was a child, my parents took us camping a lot, and we decided to go to Washington, D.C. And one of my favorite trips was, I think it's at the Smithsonian, don't quote me on that. Went to the Smithsonian. I think it's at the Smithsonian. I saw the Hope Diamond, but then in one of the museums, I also saw the ruby slippers that Dorothy wore in the movie, and they're made of sequins. So I was so taken aback by that, I couldn't even believe it. But that's a fun fact for you. So strap on those ruby slippers and stand before the Wizard of Oz, stand before the mirror and say, I would like, I need this. This is what's been missing in my life for a long time, and this is what I need. And of course, Dorothy was brought back home. She woke up and there she was, and surrounded by friends. And that's what we need, just to be surrounded by friends and people that love us and encourage us and want the best for us. So that's what I wanted to talk about, the what if. I'll be back. Bye-bye.